welcome back. Today we are going to see one of Dan's games. Can you tell us a little about this game?
Yeah, so this is a game I played on PandaNet. It's 3Q level. I did pretty well, but I know there are some mistakes I made, and also my opponent. So I'd like to take a look at it with you and ask you a few questions.
Okay, then let's see. So, were you white?
I was black in this game.
Okay. Oh, wow. So white started with a 5-3 point.
Yeah, immediately we have some unusual opening here.
Oh, yeah. That's really good. I like your calm response to white's unusual corner positions.
Yeah, that.
Okay. So, is this too second?
You tell me. If you're saying is it, it's probably not.
So I think there are two more common, or maybe three.
Okay.
Yeah, three more common responses. The first one is the diagonal move. And the second one is to kick here. And then hane and connect. And the other one is to play this knight move. So I think the attach is probably okay, but I don't remember seeing it very often.
Okay.
Anyway, so let's see what happened. So, have you considered this block?
Yeah, so I know. So here's my question: is it has to do with the positioning of this white stone on C13? Because
Yes.
I am familiar with this type
Wait.
of thing. But with that white stone on C13, does that work? Oh,
It means
can I...
you can block. Yes.
All right. Well, okay. Now we have to do this, of course.
Yes.
And see what happens. Wait. Oh, I see. So I don't have to worry about the cut.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
So what white could do is to hane here now. And then when you block, white comes out and cut, and then you can't do this.
Right.
So that means you...
Well, in that case, wouldn't I just connect instead of haneing on B18? Like earlier?
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's one option. But I want to see what happens at this, because now
right.
you can cut here. And white kind of has to Atari from this side because there are no other options. White cannot do this, and you see this, right?
Right. Wait. The four white stones inside are just
Right.
dead.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So white, and then white also can't do this because white doesn't have enough liberties after these.
Right. Okay.
Black has 4 and white has 3.
Okay.
So that means white has to Atari from this side and has to connect.
Okay.
And then black would live in the corner. White's corner is alive.
Wait, when you say black live in the corner, let's go back.
Yes.
So first of all,
Yes.
why not Well, could you sacrifice the corner with C14? Kind of push that white stone down.
That's possible.
Okay. That would be my thinking. I didn't realize you could live. I see. And that white has a lot of sente moves against your corner there. Right?
White has this,
Okay.
but that's pretty much it. And white has to live. And black has the sente maybe come around here.
Okay. Okay, and then white's group on the left is looking weak. Okay.
So I think this result is pretty okay for black.
Okay. So basically that white cut doesn't seem to work very well in these variations. So I shouldn't be afraid of it, and I shouldn't need to play that sort of let white push through.
Yes.
Or I can't, right? Because of C13.
Right. You also mentioned this connection, which I think is possible. White will probably come back here because if white took the corner, then you could cut. And then white's position is very low.
Right, but I mean, just devil's advocate here. What if white starts harassing this?
It's okay because you have this one white stone on F16.
Okay, I see. And then, and then white would try to extend.
Right,
probably down
white
the left side
would.
somewhere.
Yeah, white would extend somewhere.
Okay.
Actually, black could also tenuki. If you wanted to have something more complicated. But anyway, so that's also possible.
Okay.
In any case, it's.
Okay.
I think it's okay to block.
Okay, so I should have done that. All right.
Yeah, so you were able to block anyway, but I'm not sure about the value of the exchange of C14 and D13. Like, if white couldn't
sort of
cut
kick
anyway,
there.
right? Do you really need it?
Yeah, I guess I was under the mistaken thought that I need to protect against that cut.
Yeah, another thing is that as a white, I think maybe it's better to hane. And then you would probably block. White would exchange all this and then maybe come around here.
I see.
And the upper side of white three stones are okay because it's kind of miai between taking the corner and the side.
Yeah, I see. Okay.
Something like that.
Well, wait, how can you hane it at 14? Is there some kind of cut white can do now? Like,
Because for white, it's more urgent to save the group on the upper side.
okay.
This cut wouldn't be sent against the corner. So when black comes something like here,
Oh boy. That looks like what you do to me in our handicap games.
But actually after this it's a little tricky because I'm worried that this is a little overplay. I'm not sure.
I'm just
White comes
thinking
around here. Yes.
my opponents would totally go for a cut or something like that.
I see. So if you hane, you would worry about your opponent cutting.
Very much, yeah. Yeah.
I see.
Because I'm always looking at what on the D15 point, you know, like
Yes.
there's that sort of weakness because now it's an Atari and I can connect, but then white's like hane at B14 can be very harmful. And so I'm like, it's in my head that corner
I see.
has some problems. Anyway, we can.
Yeah, I guess it is complicated.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a fair concern. Then you could also start from here so that if white cut here, like you are in a better position to attack the
I
white.
see.
And then if white comes out, then you can come back.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So yeah, maybe that's a
Okay.
little safer. And so that's Joseki over here.
Yeah, so question.
Yes.
I was, I know this is the safe move. Is it also possible, I was looking at this
Yeah, that's also possible.
instead? Or even, I guess, does this make any sense?
No.
Or that would just get attacked on the left?
That's not a good idea. With whites kind of pushing you
Okay.
to the second line, it's no good.
Okay. But this, so I was thinking, so there's this, but then that gives white this
Yes.
sente move, and I guess
Right.
you have to connect.
Usually,
you
you
just-
would do the tiger mouth, and
okay.
then if white Ataris, you tenuki.
You just ignore it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
The reason you exchange this P2 is because when white captures the one stone, white plays it here instead of Q2.
Okay.
And then if white doesn't follow up with the Atari later, your hane is good. So that's why.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was worried about that P2 tiger mouth being small, but I know that that's like the shape.
Right. Yeah, sometimes the white
Okay.
dots just tanuki and then
Okay.
extend to the side also.
Okay.
So that's one option. This is also good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's go on here.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Mm-hmm. That seems a little
Is
smaller
that small? Okay.
for now. I would consider either going to the upper side somewhere here or invading something like here.
Okay, yeah. After the game, I analyzed this with
Lizzie?
Lizzie, yeah, and Lizzie said sort of now's the time to reduce on that right-hand side.
Do you remember which move, Liz?
It was a
Lizzie?
shoulder hit. I think it might have
okay.
been that move or like a different shoulder hit.
I see.
What about attacking the white group at the bottom? Is there any way I can profit from like something like that?
So you can try, but it seems not much to gain for you.
Okay. And then also, what about this type of move here?
No, I wouldn't recommend
Not
it.
now.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it right? Okay. This is one of those times when I the board is sort of quiet
Yes.
and it's hard for me to
know what to do
to
next.
picture. Yeah, well, because I can come up with ideas, right?
Right,
You've got
right.
that thing on the left. You've got an extension. The extension on the top. Correct me if I'm wrong, but often I'm told that moves like this are small. In the sense that, okay, assuming that there's no life and death problem of the white group there.
Yes.
If you look at black getting that move versus white getting a move there, the swing
Yes.
is just a couple of points here, right? Like, the assuming there's no life and death issues,
Right.
the actual score point difference is rather small.
Like,
is that right?
what is your estimation? What do you think is the swing?
Let's say 12 points.
Okay.
Because it's sort of 6 points, like white kind of claims an additional 6 versus black
Right.
claiming an additional 6.
Yes. And then, like, maybe it will be about 12 if, like, it was 0 likelihood that there is some aji in either side. But the reality is that when white comes to N17, there is something more white can do with the corner. And the same for the black.
Yeah, okay. Because so there's implications beyond those points
Right.
having to do with the life and death
Right.
of the groups there.
So
okay.
that means the worth of that space is like 12 plus.
Plus, right.
Right.
And then, so thinking about a move like this one here.
Yes.
So this threatens the monkey jump.
Yes.
And I know the monkey jump itself is supposedly what, like 10 points? Or
So it depends
I know
on whether the monkey jump is sente for you or
Right.
etc.
I mean, assuming the monkey jump is sente, roughly how big is the monkey jump?
If it's sente,
Yeah.
then it's easily 10 points.
It's like
blocking that monkey jump
blocking
would be
is worth
considered
10. In the sense that, is it like it's 5 points in sente, which is roughly equivalent to 10 points in gote? Is that what you're saying, or is it like?
So when it's like when it's sente for one side but gote for the other side, then we often just make it 2x of the absolute value.
Okay.
And the monkey jump, when it's sente, let's say it's maybe about 7 points. Because it reduces 6 points and then gains 1 point.
Okay.
Something like.
Okay. So it's roughly...
So roughly 14 points.
It's 7 points in sente or roughly 14 in gote.
No, actually, so it's like 7 points in sente. 7 points in sente for one side and gote for the other side. So it's just a rule of thumb.
Okay.
Just like rule of 72, which is not accurate but easy to calculate.
Yes.
So it's just 2x when only one side is sente. So that would be roughly about 14 points.
Okay.
And let's imagine it's center for both sides. Then we do roughly 4x.
Yeah, okay, I get that. Now, is this game too early to even be thinking about value in those terms?
Yes.
Okay, because okay.
So in this case, I wouldn't call the monkey jump 14 points.
Okay.
Because you wouldn't be doing monkey jump until much later. The white's territory is not fixed yet.
Okay.
Like imagine like you can be doing the shoulder hit or some invasion, and then we don't know yet how the white territory will be shaped. But let's imagine there's a white stone here. Then it's a totally different story. We know that white's territory is already fixed. There isn't much you can do.
Okay.
So we can like safely say this is like about 14 points.
Okay, I see. Yeah, so it is clear to me, like during the game, that the main body of white's points is going to have to come from the right-hand side. Mm-hmm. And if I don't do anything, so I'm thinking if I take a move here, I think white is going to keep on building the right side.
Yes.
And then in post game, like that was like the extent of my thinking during the game. Post game, Lizzie pointed out, like now, and you also, like now is the time you've got to reduce that right, or now is the right timing to reduce that right hand side for white. And this might have been just my, like, under time pressure, I'm thinking I want to cut down the amount of points white is going to have in the end. But I'm also worried about ending in gote. Like here's my concern is there's things I could do here that would reduce but end in gote.
Yes.
And then I don't want to lose sente because there's other big things in other parts of the board. So
does that mean you consider it as 2 sente?
Not absolutely.
Or
but
maybe
I was hoping that the threat of later making the monkey jump that would eat a lot of points of white.
I see. And then maybe you thought having your stone on S2 makes your invasion easier later.
Yeah, so I'm also thinking, right, there's got to be something like around here. And again, at the time in the game...
Right. If you do invade, maybe somewhere here.
Okay.
The R7 seems a little bit risky.
A little too deep. Okay. Right. Okay.
But shoulder hit would be most common place to start.
I see. So I guess the summary here is okay, in this quiet position, the biggest moves to look at are extension along the top, not only because of the points it claims, but also because it starts to put serious pressure on the group on the other side of it.
Right.
And then also now is the time when white has a chance to kind of lock down that territory on the right, and so it's black's chance to sort of reduce the number of points white is going to get there by the end game. Okay.
Yeah, that was a good summary.
Okay, yeah, I wish I could think like that during the game.
Yeah. So where did white play?
We got to go back to the main variation there.
It keeps going back to that.
If you click.
Oh, okay. Oh, white jumped. That looks like a good move. Q10.
Oh, really? Why not?
Why not P13?
P13, yeah.
I think that could be also good, but it would still leave the possibility of shoulder hit.
Okay. I see. And does it also help protect against that invasion I was showing like Q7?
Yeah.
Okay.
It does support.
Okay.
Okay, that's good.
Let's see what happens
And you
here.
got Sente.
Okay.
And was that like a probing move?
Well, now my slow thinking catches up to realize, okay, now I really need to reduce that white group on the right. And what's a way to do it that I'm not going to just get killed and die?
Okay.
And this may also be a little bit in desperation. Like, I think you'll see. I'm betting over the next few moves, you'll point out ways that I could have died horribly.
Well, I actually like that peep.
Okay.
And your follow-up was a little overplayed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I would suggest something like this.
Ah, okay.
And then if white harness, you can cut here. And that's possible only because you have the exchange on Q11. So,
wow. Okay.
yeah, that seems possible.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I'm thinking if I can cut off that R13 stone, I have great territory in the upper right. Not not that I should be able to, but I guess that's my hope. Okay.
Yeah, white can also consider a move like this.
Ooh. I have a million cutting points though.
Yeah. So black kind of needs to do this.
But I mean, if you compare it to how the board looked before we started this whole sequence,
Yeah, this is
this
horrible.
is not an improvement.
Yeah, that is bad. So
If I wanted a small reduction, I could have taken a less aggressive move than Q11.
so maybe this attach is not the best idea.
How would you run away? So after making that peep, I've seen you can kind of do a diagonal or knight's move to sort of run away, like.
No, usually you
Or you
don't
just leave it?
really care about the move
Okay.
after peep.
Okay.
Yeah, better to like treat it very lightly.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if this is like really good. We could also block here.
But white's gonna be huge there, right? Like if white gets a move around N5 or something, it seems like.
Well, it's black's turn.
Oh,
So
well, but white could
you
also
can
give
play
up that.
somewhere.
Well, you could also not connect there, right? And then just take.
But then you can cut here.
Yeah.
So you did gain some points in the corner, but white also
I'd be
gained
afraid
some.
of being behind on territory there.
You could also play something like this. But you do have some weakness that I would worry about. Like after this white, there are, if you don't follow up, there are things like this. Well, luckily white can't cut, it seems, because it's leather. But you see there, it's a little,
Thin.
yeah,
Yeah,
little thin.
okay.
Although there, it seems like there is nothing white can do after.
Okay. All right. Interesting to look at the pro version of my sequence.
So let's say you did this then.
Okay, just give it up. Okay.
And then if white continues on this side, then you can also get something here on top.
Okay. Okay.
Or maybe white will push once more. And then come around here. Or maybe, I have an idea.
Yes.
So after this exchange, come to this side first.
Okay.
Let's say maybe this attach.
Okay. Again, I'm thinking like
cut, honey.
I'm just randomly thinking about things that people would do to me online. I don't know, like that.
Then you'll be
I
very
guess-
happy.
Oh, okay. And is this? Okay. Okay. And then.
Yeah. Right. right?
Do we eat those 4 stones?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Just testing.
yeah, but you should think about this cut, and that seems more complicated. But I would
You'd fight.
think about maybe something like that,
I see.
and then cut.
Yeah. I know, like, I've learned you sort of have to be brave when it comes to making those hanes, like N6, that yes, you might get cut and get into one of these sequences, but if you just kind of take the coward's way and extend, you're often giving too much to your opponent.
Yes. I'm just having fun here.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, this will be a happy result for black, because you just ate these white 3 stones and white's outside is not complete. Black could even come out here right away. So this shape for white is really bad.
Sorry, devil's advocate here. Oh, so you just give up those 3.
Right.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But you can swallow the whole lower side.
Okay, I see. Sorry, I thought you meant that that the 3 white stones in the lower right
We're already dead?
Are dead now.
No, it has to be, after this move. Extend. So the black 3 stones are connected through monkey jump.
Wait, hang on. Oh. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm like, how do you win this capturing race?
Well, because black's connected.
Oh, so
you
T5.
See, it's the monkey jump.
Oh, okay. So T5 is not one of those like liberty gaining Tatsujis. It's a monkey jump. Ah! Ah!
So yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Later you can even play that. You don't need any other move inside.
Nice.
So not even a squeeze.
And there's no there's no headphone nonsense.
Right. Yep. Yeah, you can take either one.
Wow. That's so cool. Okay, maybe we should get back to the game.
Okay, yes. So maybe do this first and then get something here.
Okay.
And then you see the white's lower side is getting weak.
Yeah.
So let white run away.
Yep.
And then later you can also reduce this area.
Okay.
So that can be a plan. And you played here. That seems like an overplay.
Yeah. At this point, I'm worried that those stones are just going to die.
Yeah. Like, where would you have played if white played here?
I mean, this is dumb. I know this doesn't work. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I just try random things, but I guess it just collapses, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, this. I think I sort of thought I was behind at this point, and even knowing I'm probably gonna lose.
Right.
That was my desperate.
Yeah. So this would be considered maybe best shot. And then if white connects, then you can try to connect.
Oh, white's not gonna connect. Like, no.
Right.
White's gonna.
Where would white play?
Extend.
And then.
Actually, it seems like you're pretty free at that point, right? Like,
I mean, where would white play now?
Could you even Tanuki there?
Oh, white wouldn't Tanuki.
Oh, okay. It just seems like white can do whatever white wants. Like, you could extend, and then, I mean, thinking if black takes that, what don't you just like do this and?
No, white's best move would be to hane here.
Okay. Oh, I see. Because black can't do that. Nice. Ah, nice. Wow.
Yeah. So that means you can't really save the 3 stones.
Okay. Which again, comparing this to the way the board looked before I peeped, that's not an improvement for black.
Yeah, no, that's much worse.
So that whole thing is a bad idea.
Right, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so you got lucky that white was satisfied with this 1 stone.
Okay, yes, I did get lucky, for sure.
Okay.
Can white, I guess white's not gonna.
So if that happens, you would...
Am I still just totally dead inside?
I guess you would do this.
I see.
And now there is no more, extending and hane sequence. So this is much better for you already.
Okay.
If white cuts, then and you can take this one.
Then I'm fine.
If white takes this one, then you connect.
Yeah.
Either way, it's not bad for black.
Okay. All right. So I lucked out and did okay there. All right.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, you got to click on the main line with the mouse. Otherwise, you would be stuck in the variation.
This is where you played, right? Okay, yes. So that's okay. That's actually a good result for you.
Yeah. I mean, look, again, comparing this to the way it looked before the peep, I'm okay with how that turned out.
Here, I'm not sure about this push. Oh, wow, okay. I thought white would do something like jump.
Interesting. So, I mean, again, the reason I push there is, this is sort of the safe response.
Yes, right.
But I feel like, I don't know if white, I guess, wants to make. I might have sort of visualized and counted this and thought that it wasn't good enough and I'm still behind.
Oh, okay. So you wanted to do more.
Yeah. I was definitely in the mindset of I can't just let white calmly build a wall there.
Okay.
Because I think I'm still looking at, can I attack either one of the white groups on the left at some point? I'm looking at C11.
That's
and
very...
Then,
not likely.
Oh, no, okay.
And also because white's right side has become really strong. So that means it gets more difficult to attack any weak group of white. Wait, why didn't you extend this one?
This again might be a misreading. So if I do that and then...
Would white do something like that?
Are you kidding? At my level? No.
Okay.
So do you cut here?
Yes. And Atari. That.
Which Atari?
Yeah, this
okay,
Atari.
do you give up? Okay, yeah, okay. Okay, so you give up...
Give up what? No. The other one, yes.
Oh, you just eat those stones? Okay. Well, I was not aware of that variation. Okay. Alright, so if I come out and then white... I might,
that's already a problem because it's leather.
Right. I think this is bad for black.
Right. So you can't Atari.
I can't Atari that.
15.
Okay. Right. Yeah. So going back, I'm just trying to remember what I was thinking with the.
Yes. So you do this first, and then. Do something like this. You can see that white has 4 liberties and black has 5 at the moment.
But I mean, white is just gonna leak out, right?
Right.
And
yes.
Then,
Yeah, so that's the complicated part.
Boy.
I know, boy. But it seems okay for black.
Now, what's the status of those black? Oh, it's...
The status is that white has only 3 liberties.
Okay, after all those.
Mm-hmm.
But what if rather than saving that stone, white starts doing something on the top?
Okay.
Like, I don't know, just randomly thinking here.
Yes.
So is there there's no way for white to gain any more liberties here?
Right, I think
Okay.
so. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I think it's maybe a little more complicated if white plays the tiger mouse.
Okay.
The capturing race wise.
Interesting. I'm just like itching to Atari at K15, like, but I guess but the problem is then I have to fix that cutting point, and then white can
does it this.
Yeah. But isn't this like I think I'm okay now, right? Because I can take advantage of that gap there, right? And then Atari and like.
So I'm not sure if this is like really an ideal situation for black.
Okay, that's not just a way of saying Dan. Don't play this way.
I mean, like I'm not saying this is like really bad for black. I'm saying if white makes tiger mouse, then it's like not so simple.
Okay. So going back, I guess your advice is maybe back even here. This push is no good, or is it the cut that?
Oh, my advice was that you should come out.
I should come out. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Instead of the tiger,
Right.
I mean Atari on K15.
I'm very surprised that white didn't play at K14. And
probably because of this. And then white cannot block.
Right. Okay.
That would be really good for black.
Okay.
So if white just takes this one, this still seems okay for black.
Okay.
And without the white stone on K14, black can just treat the one stone very lightly. The one on J15.
Okay. You mean white can treat that stone lightly?
Oh yeah,
okay,
white.
Right.
Yeah, sorry.
So I'm like I'm trying to preserve a way into the center here. Like I'm saying I want to stop white from getting a lot of territory and kind of around the center to the center right of the board.
Okay.
And so, yeah. Okay.
So here...
I think, by the way, at this point I'm in Byoyomi, so
okay.
Don't read too much into my moves here. Because I think that's probably that's small. Like pulling out O12 is sort of.
No, I think it's good.
It's actually.
What I wanted to point out is that you're playing around here is Sente. White has to block this one to save the upper side, and then you can come out here. Yeah, as long as you don't die in a net right away, because White's group on the upper side is not alive yet. It's probably not a bad fight.
But I just feel like those two stones are going to get swallowed.
Yeah, if that swallow doesn't work, then you should be okay.
But like, I mean, am I just giving white a bigger and bigger free lunch here? No? Oh, okay. So there is an escape.
Right.
Ah, okay. There is.
Yeah, white cannot block here, right?
Okay.
So you should have...
But I'm making white stronger, right? So like...
Wait, you're
I
making
see.
white weaker by saving the
Oh, okay.
black stone.
Sorry. I'm threatening to kill that white group at the top right. You're saying if those black free stones get out, the white group that's like M15 comes in danger of dying, or kind of dies.
So the only reason why you can think about saving the black stone on O12 is because white's upper side is not alive yet. Like imagine white had 2 eyes in the upper side. So let's say like white was alive over here.
Okay.
Then there would be no point in saving black O12.
Right, because it's a very, very small thing compared to the other moves on the board. Okay.
But in this case, white is not alive yet. So when you start like moving, let's say like you move out like this, then white's whole group is threatened also.
Right.
So that's why it's like interesting to save this one black stone. But then what I'm saying is that you do want to make sure that your group on the upper side is safe before you start this whole fight.
Right.
Because once you get busy, like thinking about this fight, you might like lose a chance to connect, and then this whole group can be kind of complicated.
Right. So I'm thinking that if in an emergency I could do this
and start a call.
Right.
Like this, but it's a call. It's not connection.
Hang on a second. Is it was I mistaken there thinking? Oh, I see. Okay, so it's a code to connect.
Right.
Okay. Maybe I wasn't fully aware that there's a code there. Because my cue thinking was like this black group at this point. I have 2 ways to go. I can either do get here and go to the right, or if white manages to block that, I can just get to the left. And so I don't bother doing something right now because I have those both options.
I see.
I guess what I didn't realize was the way to the right is a ko.
Right, yes.
So I have to be able to win a ko.
Yes. So connect this one first.
Okay.
And then save this one.
And then,
And then you can lead this fight with light hurt. Because this other group is safe.
Because all my other groups are safe now. And so it's just a fight against that white group on the top.
Right.
Which is it that I kind of have to kill it, and that if it lives and those stones get away, white is going to be pretty strong and probably get a bunch of points in the center.
No, once you're alive out, then it will be raised. It will be like neutral.
Oh, you mean this
the center?
Okay.
So that's one benefit of you saving the blackstone on O12, because as it runs away, it's going to erase all the center potential for white. So let's see a scenario over here. You do something like this. And basically white's running away and you're running away too. And then the center is becoming like no one's land.
Oh, I see. Just hypothetically. Where do I go? If you could play for black. I don't know. It feels to me like white is chasing me. I'm not making any points. I'm just living, and white is locking down territory.
Well, white's territory was already there for the right side. So if you deduct what white already had, what white's additionally gaining, it's just a few points, maybe 4 points or so, right?
Okay.
And also, you're forgetting that white's upper side is not alive yet.
Yeah, right. Yeah, of course. White might need to go that way. I see.
Right.
Okay. Wow. I guess this is where, like, I wish I had more time during the game to cut it, because I have to count all these scenarios.
Right. I mean, in the actual game, you did come out here, so you had the right idea.
No, my idea was I'm in Byoyomi. I don't think that's a horrible move, so I'll play it right now. That's literally my thinking.
Anyway.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Anyway, so
yes, I was thinking about all these factors.
all you needed to do is to connect your group first before you start this whole fight. And then we can move on.
Okay. Well, I mistakenly thought it was already connected. So, okay.
Okay, so you stopped moving away, but you should.
I should still do that. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so.
So I guess that white group was killable for a lot longer than I thought it was. Like I thought that white group was just alive, fine. Therefore, those two stones are tiny. I need to harass what I can, like starting with that
so you came
little
here.
group on the bottom.
And in your mind, the upper side group is already connected by Miai.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I'm surprised at White's responses here. I'm like, is that a normal response to that shoulder hit?
It's not normal, but it's a possible response.
Okay.
And when your opponent plays something like this, oftentimes you don't want to exchange this.
Ah, okay.
Because sometimes what you can do is to do the knight move. And then when white tries to cut, you do this one.
Ooh.
And if you exchange this one already, then it doesn't work.
I see, because you lose a liberty on the bottom there.
Right.
Wow.
So you want to do this and then connect like that.
Ooh, that is so cool. Pro attack technique.
Right.
Okay.
So that's why you don't see this exchange very often. And wow, white Tenukid.
I'm thinking I have a chance to kill this.
Yeah, it's not alive yet, but still your surrounding is not complete yet.
Right. Like I'm not sure I can kill it, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to either kill it or get Sente.
So that was you kind of getting Sente.
I'm like he's like struggling here.
Yeah, so you did get Sente.
Right. And now I'm like, okay, now I got some more stones. I can start doing something against.
Yeah, now it makes sense.
Okay.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Okay. So now it's like end game.
Yeah, I think so. At this point, with that little under thing on the left, I've erased enough points that I think I'm ahead. As long as white doesn't like get the whole center, and so this
the center is like no one's land already, because black strong under and then white strong upper.
Well,
so.
you know, you say that, but a lot of games I miss the critical move to reduce. Oh, actually, let's maybe talk about the attack. So I'm trying to attack this top group.
Yes, usually you want to start with this one. And then if white cuts you, you can maybe come out here and then Hane.
Cool. Yeah, I'm guessing that like a pro might have been able to kill or
this would be Seki.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's Seki, definitely.
Yeah. Like to me, the group looked weak. I wasn't sure I could kill it, but I was thinking maybe I could like get a lot of forcing moves and gain a lot of end game points from harassing it.
Right. So that seems alive. I guess black needs to Hane here first. Something like this. So anyway, the F18 is the intuitive first move. And then if white attaches here, then you would come here.
Connect.
And white cannot push on D18 because then you get cut. So white has to connect and then you get to connect.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
And white can leave, but you gained some points.
Yeah, that's like Sente and cool points.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So you started from here. Oh, so white should Hane.
Yeah, I was surprised white didn't.
Yeah.
Hane.
Okay.
I'm like, now I'm thinking maybe I can even kill this.
No, it's already alive. Because if white blocks here, it's 1 point, and
Okay.
so white already has h17 and e18. Okay.
I think I just should have.
You just gave up on it.
Yeah, I was
That's
trying to
fine.
figure out what's bigger. And I'm like, I really want that monkey jump.
Yeah.
And I think it's Sente.
It's important not to miss that monkey jump. Here, you want to exchange this one first.
Oh, cool.
And then like force white to connect and then do
and
this.
then do that. Okay.
Right.
Cool. Yeah. And then I think white tries an overplay here.
No. Oh.
Should
Does
I
that
have just
work? Oh, maybe it does work. Okay.
I was expecting white to go.
Oh, why didn't you keep coming from this side? I think white.
White loses that group.
I think white doesn't have a. Oh wait, it is kind of risky.
Well, I just want to make sure my little black center group or center studs there don't get cut off because.
Oh, maybe it is okay.
Because I believe I counted at this point and said it like I have enough points to win as long as I just don't lose a silly.
So it is a little bit risky, but I think it would have worked if you have like you keep pushing.
Okay.
Okay, so you did this instead.
Yeah. I'm like he wants me to connect at N7, but I just wanted to get as much as I could before that point.
Yeah, that's fine. So that's an end game. Okay.
And now I'm like, yeah, that's like
So that's the
the
critical
fatal
mistake.
Like, why didn't he connect that? Yeah.
So what do you think if white did connect here? What
I
do you think about the game?
I believe I'm still ahead.
Okay. Should we check?
Sure.
Did you check with Lizzie?
Lizzie called the game for black a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
But the way the analysis works, like once the win rate gets to 99%, I sort of stop looking beyond that point. And so it's basically like if both players were pros at this point, the game is over, black wins. But if players are Qs, then anything could happen. And, you know, like for instance, that white diagonal. So should we count?
So I think this would be a big place for black now. And this one's white's. And then this would be very big for white. So I can count here. So it seems like I'm not sure about the captured.
Black is well ahead.
So black has about 65 and white has about 42 plus some captured. So it seems like white has 5 captured and black has no captured. So that's 47
plus Comey.
Yeah, and then black had about 65, so black's ahead.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so I guess that was the game.
Okay. Cool. So let's maybe summarize here.
Yes.
1, spend more time memorizing Josekis.
Yeah.
2, the shoulder hit would have been a better reduction on the right than this complicated peep overplay sequence.
So like a shoulder hit instead of S2.
Shoulder hit instead of S2. And then also the thing that happened at the top center, I should have pulled the stone out and then relied on either a capturing race or white's thinness of the top left white group to keep those stones alive.
Just that in general, it's often bad idea to give Punuki to your opponent. There are like exceptional cases, but it's very rare.
So I'm not a 20Q. I know Panukis are powerful.
Okay.
But I was thinking that a Panuki that there are situations where a Panuki is not that useful, right?
Yeah, that's
where
right.
it's cut off and doesn't have a lot of places to go.
Right. But in this case,
it's not
like white was weak. So
okay.
I think it was probably a better fight for you to save that one stone.
I see. Okay, and then you showed me a very cool attack pattern on the lower group there that could have really threatened to kill it instead of just harass it and get Sente. Right. And similarly for the top also, or the top, like I guess in both cases, it was close to being a certain kill, or the bottom might have been a certain kill, and the top could have been like not a kill, but like Sente and a lot of strength around it. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Thank you for the help.
So yeah, that was an interesting game. Okay, so I guess that's it for this game, and I guess we'll
see you next time.
Yes. We'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.